Ale ale te aloha I mauna wili nau e Liliʻuokalani.
Kalihi-Pālama kalahu I kuiha e taua puakea.
Ke alama puaka avapuhi hali hali ia e tawili ahi.
Maluhi a kanohana I kamakalepo. He wai au au no vevehi.
Haina ko vehi e kuʻulani. No e liliʻu he aloha pau ole. No e liliʻu he aloha pau ole. Ai o kalani ka makalepo.
Liliʻuokalani.
Aloha mai kākou. I'm Lacey Denise.
And I'm Kainoa Carlson.
We are so happy to welcome hula lovers everywhere around the world to the 2020 Queen Liliʻuokalani Keiki Hula Hōʻike. Kainoa, we are so excited to share new hula performances and special guests that we have in store for everyone over the next 4 nights.
It's going to be incredible. We're going to have so many awesome performances, and it's a very special time for the Kalihi-Pālama Culture and Arts Society because, you know, this is the 45th year that they're hosting it, you know, in honor of Queen Liliʻuokalani. But of course, the world had to pivot in March of this year. So this year it's going to be a Hōʻike, but still so much to celebrate.
I remember last year when I was at the competition at the Neil Blaisdell Center, and I really felt the excitement of the crowd. The kupuna, the parents, the aunties, the uncles, everybody came together to really support their favorite Keiki hula dancers.
It is incredible. You know, Lacey, I've seen some of the films, some of the footage that we have for these viewers coming up over the course of the next 4 nights. You're going to be able to laugh, enjoy. You're also going to learn a lot of ike, a lot of knowledge taking place as well. But more than anything, you're going to be so amazed by the performances we have in store for you.
It's true. We are going to drop some serious knowledge on you guys over the next 4 nights. We'll take you inside the public archives and display rarely, if ever seen, artifacts of Queen Liliʻuokalani. We're even going to Japan.
I'm in for that. I'm in for that holo holo. It is going to be an awesome 4 nights. So get in, get ready. Keiki Hula 45th annual. Going to be awesome.
Aloha. Here we go.
Welcome to a special celebration of culture, arts, mele, and hula at the Queen Liliʻuokalani Keiki Hula Hōʻike.
Kamaliʻi Wahine Liliʻuokalani, Princess Liliʻuokalani, came to power in 1891 as the first female executive of the Hawaiian Kingdom. One of the first things that she did once she assumed power was decided to take a traditional navigational voyage around the islands to meet her people and ask them what they wanted to get their mana'o. She actually said that she did this because the voice of the people is the voice of God. She really felt like it was up to her to connect to her people, to gain legitimacy from their voice and decide how she was going to rule. The first place she traveled was Molokai. This was significant because it was the first time that in these voyages, these traditional voyages that the Ali'i took, that someone had started with Molokai. And she did it purposely to go visit the Hansen disease patients at Kalaupapa. The newspaper accounts talk about 300 folks gathered there to greet her.
The sea being quite calm, the voyage to Kalaupapa was pleasant. Mr. William H. Tell, the newly appointed superintendent of the settlement, while having but 2 days' notice of the Queen's visit, was not unprepared to receive the royal party.
Ua kuhi a kula au I kahi o kona makua huna wai, a pau ka maka I kai ana, ua huli hoi a kula mako no ka uhei aku ma hope o ka mo'i wahine. Ua iho aku ka mo'i wahine e ike ia ka poli, a ua hiki loa aku no hoi maua I laila. Me ke aloha a me na wai maka e hiolo ana mana papalina o ka poli, o iei he hoapili ka mo'i wahine nona I ua walo ihi I hala e nei.
When we talk about Lili'u and the other members of the Hawaiian Ali'i families, going to see their people was very, very important. She went specifically to see all of her people on all the islands. She knew her islands well, and that's why her songs reflect places all over Hawaii.
We're so fortunate that hula comes from our parents. You can see the two different styles intertwined in our hula. Very soft, but yet strong and close to the earth, and just how mom and dad taught us. And so we're so blessed that we're able to do it together as sisters and continuing on their legacy. She would be proud of us.
Hula with purpose. It encompasses everything that us as a halal believes. You're dancing a story, and that story needs to come to life through your motions and your hands and your feet and your body. All of those things needs to come alive through the dancer. That's one purpose. Another purpose is to honor your family.
Preparing for Keiki Hula is a lot larger. It encompasses your entire family, their parents, whether it is going to the mountains, the father's going to pick flowers, or the mom's making costumes and getting together and having their aunts and their grandparents to help make leis. All of that coming together to weave a performance that takes 7 minutes. Really took them a whole year of studying and learning as a family, as a unit, to make it happen.
Everyone in the ohana has a specific role, even though we only have one dancer. And for a child to take on that type of responsibility, that becomes a really, really large kuleana. But I think that is definitely one of our biggest purposes, is to really show a keiki that although you are keiki, you hold the great kuleana.
You know, Kainoa, one of the things I love about Keiki Hula is that it's not just entertainment. For sure, it's a lot of fun, but it also serves a much greater purpose than that. It's the traditional way of transferring cultural knowledge from one generation to the next.
That's really deep. That's very deep.
Don't make me stick my kumu on you.
I've actually seen kumu talk to their halau, and I was a football player. I think that's scarier. That's scarier. The kumu to keiki, that's scary stuff.
I agree with you. One look and you already know what to do.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. And spoiler alert, you actually have some personal experience as a keiki hula dancer.
I do.
We have got the pictures to prove it.
Goodness.
Check these out. That's it. That's baby Lacey. Very cute.
You know, those were the days. Now when I take pictures with the kids, they call me Auntie.
Well, Auntie Lacey is a straight rock star in the keiki hula world. I promise you that.
You did not just go there, Uncle Kainoa.
But Auntie Lacey, what do we have coming up next?
Well, since you're older than me, Uncle Kainoa, we're going to visit a little-known resource full of other old things, the Hawaii Public Archives.
It's a very cool place, though. In all seriousness, you need to check it out. It is a treasure chest of awesome Native Hawaiian history and artifacts.
Yep, and anyone can go and visit. The archives is full of artifacts that date back to the Hawaiian monarchy, and our camera's got an inside look at some amazing things.
I'm not that old.
Contained within these walls are the most important records of Hawaii's history. The Hawaii State Archives is the keeper of public memory. To gain access to these records, you have to go through a bank vault door. It's the only way in and the only way out. Amongst our 14,000 boxes of records are the voices of the past, waiting for you to come and do the research and breathe life back into these individuals. In this area, which is temperature and humidity controlled at a constant 60 degrees and 50% relative humidity, we have a lot of our oversized or very heavy objects so that we can put them in these map cases. Contained in these map cases, I think, are some of our most interesting objects in the collection. These deal from Kalakawa's Golden Jubilee, his 50th birthday party. When a king has a birthday, it's a big, huge affair. And so he received all of the guests in a very formal procession where they would march one group at a time. And to designate what group was coming, they had banners that they would march in front of them to announce, this is who everybody behind this belongs to. It was for a hula halau, which at a time was not exactly openly practiced. And so, as you can see on this banner, it is for the queen. And so to have the queen's hula halau march openly in front of everybody made a very bold statement that hula is part of Hawaii and Hawaii is hula. You cannot have one without the other. It's an indelible part of the culture. The second banner that we have is very interesting. Her Highness, Queen Liliʻuokalani's Educational Society. And so this banner, as you can see, is from 1886, and it represented her second educational society group, which was for the foreigners to contribute funds so that they could send Native girls to school, to get educated, to learn, to grow, to become better. So it wasn't just a banner she had. This means it was specifically made for that event, to march in the procession to say, we are here, we are doing something for Hawaii.
One of the passions of Liliʻuokalani for her entire life was education. She herself was a renowned student. She enjoyed school. She also saw it as a really practical means to raise her people to lead the kingdom in the future. And so she supported education, not only of people in general, but specifically of women. One of the collections we have is the J.O. Carter collection here at the archives. Joseph O. Carter was the financial agent for the Queen. The Queen had sponsored the girls and paid their education, and so we have her actual checks. checks number 1 through 600 actually. And some of the checks are actually written for the girls' education. You can see that this one is for paid to the Kamehameha School for Girls. These are young children who are seeing dramatic changes in their kingdom, and the Queen is giving them hope, saying, with education, you can overcome these problems. With education, our lahui will rise.
I am very honored to be here at Helumoa to share the hula that was written by Queen Liliʻuokalani for her sister, Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop. We could feel the love from the Queen that when she wrote this song, when she traveled to the island of Hawaii. And when she went there, she felt the elements and she seen the many things around her that represented her sister, Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop, and wrote this mele at a very beautiful place called Mana, which is located close to the Panaeva forest. Now, Queen Liliʻuokalani, she had so much compassion, but also she admired Princess Pauahi Bishop because of her kindness, her aloha she had for the people, because she was the royal one to Liliʻuokalani and to all the people of Hawaii.
Liliʻuokalani was such a highly educated, well-written, well-spoken, and really complex and deep composer. Both Liliʻuokalani and her Hanai sister, 7 years older, Bernice Pauahi, were educated at the Chief's Children's School, which is also known as the Royal School. And they studied all kinds of subjects, including music. And of the many students, said that Liliʻu and Pauahi had really the best musical skills.
Keiki Hula is thought as a competition, but it's really showing the best in what you have to the world. Hula is special because it comes from the heart and there's no other way to do it. Kalani e puahilani nui e olaloa noa kaui kavekiu.
The Queen Liliʻuokalani Keiki Hula Hōʻike is proudly presented by the Hawaii Tourism Authority and also sponsored by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, Kamehameha Schools, the Atherton Foundation, Yasuda International, Manaola, Dawson, and these community sponsors.
Queen Liliʻuokalani traveled to Hawaii Island as part of her tour also. She arrived at Hawaii Island, the Mokuokeawe, and the people greeted her on the beach as the other islands. One of the really incredible, extraordinary scenes that plays out on that trip is that when she arrives at the beach, it's just before nightfall. There are young men who are sent up the Pali Cliffs to toss pressed how leaves and pressed how wood together that's lit on fire off the Pali. The winds in that area lifted the how and tossed it around and sent it out to sea, almost as fireworks. So there's this great light show described, almost a fireworks light show described to greet her there at Hawaii Island. The Queen travels by train from Kohala to over to Hilo. At Hilo, she's welcomed by the people there, and the newspapers talk about it, interestingly, as the greatest assemblage of people ever to have assembled in Hilo. They talk about how there were close to 3,000 or 4,000 people gathered to see her come. And it's, again, there's something different about this mo'i wahine, about this monarch. It's not that she outranked or outshone any of the monarchs before, but her being their queen, mother, really affected the people in a way that caused them to come out and support her more so than average.
Her Majesty's tour, enthusiastically received. The Kina'u, bearing Her Majesty Queen Liliʻuokalani and suite, experienced the pleasantest kind of weather during the late voyage to Hawaii. The party arrived at Mahukona at 1 o'clock last Wednesday afternoon.
Pi'i maila na va'a kaulua I ka uapo, a pi'i maila ka mo'i wahine a me na ukali, a kau ma ke ka'a ka mo'i wahine a me ke ali'ikane. A ho'omaka e ne'e no ka hale ali'i ni olopa. Ha'awi hou ia na leo huro e kolu, a o ka ne'e a kula no ia o ka huaka'i a ke ali'i.
This is the Bay of Kuhio, and so it's something that's familiar to me. And for me, this is where my hula begins, at this particular place in Hilo. So, welcome to my one hanau. In the time of my life, I have 4 generations of us. And before my grandmother was 7 generations. So within us, there's like 10 generations of dancing. So it all has to start somewhere. So for us, that is hula. So for us, it starts with our keikis. You know, and as we get big, we're expected to teach them this abstract form of art, which we call hula. The whole idea is that the cycle continues. Whether you are a tree or whether you belong to the forest or whether you're a person, that hula is important to, the cycle needs to continue.
Kupono I ka maka I ke a konanani Ma'ane ino au ohu I ka maile Me ke ki me ka palai O na ulu alaka E aloha le ia upua e ko umana o. Nā puna hele o nā pua, kau kale I ka hanoa. E ia la hoi.
O nā kua kua paui hanau iai ka poi ka lani kuku, e au mai ki kai mai. O nā mua ia paui hanau iai ka poi ka lani kuku, e au mai ki kai mai. O nā lalali ia paui hanau iai ka poi ka lani kuku, e au mai ki kai mai. O nā lalali ia paui hanau iai ka poi ka lani kuku, e au mai ki kai mai. O nā lalali ia paui kue o la kaua kaniko o, halalau halahau makai o le tola pūpue.
Ma koko.
Ai, kupe o makai.
Kupe, kupe o molagahi e. Bihau kuala pue. Kawahi ana kua pua e. Molakai nui ahina e. Kupe o molagahi e. Bihau kuala pue. Kawahi ana kua pua e. Molakai nui ahina e. Aia molokai kuiva. Ika vale o halao papa. Aia molokai kuiva. Ika vale o halao papa. Papa o lelo kahua. Oi na o mea o. Papa o lelo kahua. Oi na o mea o. Oke ku moko hou ni. Hei niki niki vela kahiala. Oke ku moko hou ni. Hei niki niki vela kahiala. Ala koku ike aku. Kai kalena kamana. Ala koku ike aku. Kai kalena kamana. Ina ia mai kapuana. Ia molokai kuiva. Ina ia mai kapuana. Ia molokai kuiva.
Nanano molokai ku. Ai, eia.
Yeah.
Aloha everyone, my name is Dawn Amano Ige, First Lady of the State of Hawaii, and welcome to Washington Place. Washington Place is the home of Queen Liliʻuokalani, as well as our territorial and state governors. The home was built in 1847, built by John and Mary Dominus. Their son, John Owen Dominus, became the husband of Queen Liliʻuokalani. The Mary Dominus room has furniture from the time period. The table there is made up of nearly 500 pieces of wood. On top of this table is a umeke bowl, and that umeke bowl is a gift to Queen Liliʻuokalani from the people of Hawaii when they celebrated one of her birthdays. This is the Queen's parlor, and in the parlor is, of course, the beautiful Queen's piano. Another piece in this room is the Queen's koa bench. And as you can see, the koa bench is, the backrest of that bench is in the shape of a treble clef to honor her love for music. Another piece that we'd like to share with you, one of my favorite artifact pieces here, is the Queen's clock. And the Queen's clock is designed in a French Victorian style. It's a beautiful clock, and it continues to chime today. The Queen is such an inspiration to me, and of course, her commitment to education for children and for women. And so that continues to today for myself as an educator. My passion for education continues as First Lady. One of the programs I've developed was Ohana Readers, in where children on Molokai and Lanai between the ages of 0 to 4 receive a free book in the mail each month. When I first moved into Washington Place, it was such a transition for me moving from a private home into a beautiful place such as this. And I would walk the grounds at night, and I found it so comforting. I could feel the spirit of the Queen here, and it provided me much comfort that things would be okay. And even through difficult times, we can persevere and we can move forward no matter what, because the Queen has.
Wow, Lacey, that was incredible, right? Now, I haven't been to Washington Place since I was a keiki.
So I guess that was a while ago, Uncle?
Was a couple years ago, was couple years ago. But actually, did you know, Lacey, that in the mid-1800s, our beautiful Hawaiian language was given an alphabet, and within just a few short years, virtually all Hawaiians could read, which is amazing. And did you know that for the first time in the world, a nation's flag was brought to life in color and printed right here in Honolulu? It was our flag.
Ew, and we as a people loved reading and writing that we printed hundreds of thousands of pages. Maka o lalo Hawaii.
Literacy is embraced by the Hawaiians unlike any other place in the world. When Kamehameha III steps to the throne in 1825, and he says, "Mine will be a nation of literacy," he's already literate. And this is what Liliʻu is born into. Because when she's born, 1838, the whole education system is in place for the nation.
When we talk about education in Hawaii and literacy, then we need to talk about newspapers. The technology of newspapers came to Hawaii with the missionaries in 1820. The first Christian missionaries arrived in 1820 and brought a printing press. And by 1822, the first printing press was up and running. But the first newspaper was printed at Lahainaluna High School in Lahaina, Maui. And we have a collection of that first newspaper here. This is Kalama Hawaii, which is the Hawaiian Torch, and it's the first Hawaiian language newspaper ever published.
The Hawaiian language repository is larger than any native language repository in the Western world. And this is coming out of a little island of a small population. It was that highly productive. Just the newspapers alone is 1.5 million pages worth of material. We've probably in the last 15 years translated not even a whole %. And being able to use the Hawaiian language materials is what lets us see Liliʻu from the inside.
Ko ala nuhe Ike ke ena kala unu kouhai Ua vehi lei vehi o e kuulani I nā pua lei pua rose o na onua Ko alanu he a ka ui honi Ike ke ena kala unu kouhai
We feel that teaching keiki is essential for the future of hula. It's essential to start them from as young as we possibly can, to grow them in hula, to create that love for hula, to create that desire to want to do things Hawaiian. Not just hula, but doing stuff Hawaiian in general, so that when they grow older, it becomes just who they are.
Peresia oni oni o uli 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 pu iwa ike o hovaho he Liliʻuokalani e ola mau ko hehi kama e hui ke ka peka Peresia oni oni o uli 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 pu iwa ike o hovaho Liliʻuokalani e ola mau Kuʻuhae ka launu veloha aheo Ikani o ka upoku o iolani hale Haina ko vehi e kuʻulani O liliʻu ke kuini o ka lau Kuʻuhae ka launu veloha aheo Ikani o ka upoku o iolani hale Haina ko vehi e kuʻulani O liliʻu ke kuini o ka lahui
He lei vehi no Liliʻuokalani Ke kuini o ka lahui
O liliʻu ke kuini o ka lahui
Ho'ogomaui mahukon I ramarani a pa'apa'a He video he abonea I ukarai hai Ho'ohai mai nau Kamakani kue huoe Awaku isi tailo Ni mai ana o kupolu Ho'ogomaui mahukona I ramakani a
Hula is fun and energetic. You can get most of your exercise.
Hula is my favorite thing to do. I like moving around, but I hardly move at my house. So I like moving around over here.
Hula is an opportunity to show everyone what we learned and show stories.
I just wanted to start dancing and learn some moves so I can dance and because I'm dancing for my grandma, that's why. My kumus taught me a lot of songs and a lot of stuff I should know. I learned how to not be a baby and get stronger.
Oh my gosh, Kainoa, have you been taking notes?
I've been taking a little bit, and for everyone who is at home and taking notes, you can catch a hanaho of this Sunday, 1 to 5 p.m. This is just the first night. We have so much more to come.
Oh yeah, they're going to show it again on Sunday. So amazing. There's so much more hula to come. And speaking of dancing hula, Look what I found, Kainoa.
Oh my gosh, no. The hair or the hula, I don't know what's worse.
Not too bad.
Yeah,
Uncle, not too bad.
Pretty terrible, but I'm leaving the hula to the Keiki pros. You can catch it right back here tomorrow night, same time, same place.
Aloha and mahalo piha.
We are doing He Aloha Waiau. Waiau is the water source there on the top of Mauna Kea, and a very special place. The piko of our babies for generations are there at Waiau. We want to show the life cycle of halau. You will see, I call them like 3 generations. Hula is the vehicle that we have, but the goal is really to raise our daughters together, to raise our girls so that they can be strong and confident and independent, because they know where they come from and they understand these things intimately. When you learn about the places because you're dancing about these places, when you learn about your kupuna, our ali'i, because we dance about them, they have that unique knowledge that's not just book knowledge or listening to a lecture, but they have to infuse that knowledge to all these different parts of them. And so it really stays. It's not really about competing or pretty costumes or hairstyles and all that stuff. It's about the learning. Aloha, aloha no, wai